Assalamu alaikum respected doctors, welcome to my YouTube channel MBBS and BDS lectures. Today is the third video of repeat revision course of periodontics, which is very important for NLE exam, MDS as well as for BDS students. Now we divide the gingiva, features of gingiva into macroscopic and microscopic. Macroscopic are that features of gingiva which we can see by naked eyes without microscope. These are macroscopic features. Now in macroscopic picture, the color, resiliency, types of gingiva is included. Next is the microscopic picture. Microscopic picture are that feature which we cannot see by naked eyes, and for that microscope is needed. And in microscopic picture of gingiva, we discuss in microscopic picture of gingiva, this is epithelium and connective tissue, because epithelium and connective tissue we cannot see by naked eyes. And now in our second video of repeat revision series periodontics, we discuss superficially about gingiva, its type, but mainly we discuss the microscopic picture of gingiva, which is we discuss only about epithelium, its layer, its cells in detail. But in today's video we will discuss about macroscopic picture of gingiva and the second part of microscopic picture, which is connective tissue in detail. Now first, in macroscopic features of gingiva, how we define the gingiva? The gingiva is the part of the oral mucosa which surround the tooth and cover the alveolar ridge. It forms a connection between the tooth and protect the underlying tissue of the periodontium from oral environment. Mean it is a barrier between periodontium and oral environment. Now come to the in macroscopic picture. This is very important MCQ's point. The healthy gingiva is pink in color. Remember, healthy gingiva is pink in color and unhealthy gingiva is bluish or red in color. And healthy gingiva is pink in color, firm and resilient, mean it resists deformity, and mean it is resilient in consistency, knife edge, and scalloped. Scalloped mean irregular, to conform to the contour of the teeth. To conform to the contour of the teeth, mean it is scalloped according to the contour of the teeth, like it become curve in cervical margin to follow the contour of the teeth. Now, now which factor decide the gingiva color? Which factor determine the gingiva color? The gingiva color may vary with the amount of melanin pigmentation in the epithelium, the degree of keratinization, vascularity of connective tissue, and fibrous nature of the connective tissue. These are the factors which decide the gingiva color. Now come to the gingiva is divided anatomically into three types: marginal gingiva, interdental papilla, and attached gingiva. Now the gingiva is anatomically divided into three types: marginal gingiva, interdental papilla, and attached gingiva. First, marginal gingiva are also known as free gingiva, and marginal gingiva cover the margins of the tooth, means cemento-enamel junction area, and it follow the contour of the tooth. Marginal gingiva, look at this is the marginal gingiva, and remember, marginal gingiva is smooth. Next to the attached gingiva. Attached gingiva is that part of gingiva which are firmly attached to the underlying alveolar bone. It is not free. Marginal gingiva is free. We can elevate the marginal gingiva from the tooth with the help of probe. But attached gingiva is firmly attached to the underlying alveolar bone, and it is not smooth. It have a orange peel appearance, like orange. When we feel the orange with a finger, there is a slightly rough elevation. This is known as stippling. Remember, in normal gingiva, attached gingiva, there is a stippling, but in disease condition, the stippling become lost. It is again MCQs. The MCQs come in that manner. The orange feel appearance of attached gingiva is known as stippling, but marginal gingiva and interdental papilla is smooth. They have no stippling, they have no orange peel appearance, but attached gingiva have an orange feel appearance. Look at this diagram. This is known as stippling. And third is the interdental papilla. Interdental papilla is that types of gingiva which present between the teeth. This is known as interdental papilla, and in interior region it is pyramidal shape, because in interior region the two teeth make a contact, and apical to the contact there is a pyramidal shape interdental papilla. But in posterior teeth it is a coal shape. Coal shape means tent shape, like tent. When we go for a trip, we carry a tent, and this is tent shape. In posterior teeth, look at diagram on the right side. This is a tent shape, mean coal shape. And the demarcation which divide the marginal gingiva from attached gingiva, this is known as free gingival groove. Remember, in our March NLE exam, this MCQ was come. The demarcation which divide the attached gingiva from marginal gingiva is a free gingival groove. Now come to the detail of each gingival types. First is the marginal gingiva or free gingiva. The marginal gingiva form a cuff 1 to 2 mm wide cuff in cup shape around the neck of the tooth. And it is the external wall of the gingival crevice, mean gingival sulcus external wall, mean away from the tooth, is formed by free gingival margin. The sulcus depth, normal sulcus depth is from 0 to 2 mm depth, and average is 1.8 mm. These values are very, very important. The marginal gingiva form a cup up 1 to 2 mm. The sulcus, normal sulcus depth is average 1.8 mm, and from 0 to 2 mm depth. But in disease condition, it is always greater than 4 mm, which is known as pocket. The marginal gingiva can be separated from the tooth by a blunt probe. It can be, the marginal gingiva, why it is known as free gingiva? Because it can be separated from the tooth by blunt probe. The surface of the marginal gingiva is smooth. Remember, the surface of the marginal and interdental gingiva is smooth. The surface of the marginal gingiva is smooth in contrast to the attached gingiva, which is stippled. Stipple means orange peel appearance, which is known as stippling. The marginal gingiva is demarcated from attached gingiva by an indentation called the free gingival groove. This is the free gingival groove, which is indentation, mean diffraction. Between the teeth, the marginal gingiva form a cone-shaped gingival interdental papilla. This is about marginal or free gingiva. Now come to the interdental papilla. Interdental papilla fill the space in interdental embrasure apical to the contact point. The shape of the interdental papilla is determined by contact relationship between the teeth, the width of the proximal tooth surfaces, and course of cement-to-enamel junction. In anterior teeth, The interdental papilla is pyramidal form, remember, per MCQs. While in the molar region, the papilla are flattened in buccolingual direction, mean tent shape, also known as coal shape. This is tent shape or coal shape. In molar teeth with contact surface rather than contact point. In anterior teeth, there is a contact point, thereby it forms a pyramidal shape. But in molar region, there is a contact surfaces. The interdental papilla have a coal region. The coal is depression which join the facial and lingual papilla. The coal region is a valley-like structure situated apical to the contact area and covered by thin non-keratinized epithelium. Remember, attached gingiva is a parakeratinized epithelium, but interdental papilla and free gingiva is a non-keratinized. And remember, interdental papilla is non-keratinized epithelium and keratin is actually are present in the keratinocyte or present in the superficial layer. We already discussed in the second video, and they are barrier for bacteria. But in interdental papilla, there is no keratin, mean the initial stage of in inflammation in gingivitis, the initial disease process start in interdental papilla region. Why? Due to non-keratinized epithelium. Remember per MCQs point. Now come to the clinical significance of interdental papilla. The interdental region is of special importance as it is the site of the most persistent bacterial stagnation. It is the site of initial lesion in gingivitis. In gingivitis, the initial lesions start in interdental papilla. The coal is covered by non-keratinized epithelium, which is not a powerful barrier against bacterial insult. If there is a diastema between the teeth, remember in which condition the coal region is absent and interdental papilla become flat or round in diastema condition. In diastema, if there is a diastema between the teeth, interdental papilla is flat or rounded without coal region. This is also MCQ's point. Now come to the attached gingiva. Attached gingiva, it extends from pregingival groove to the mucogingival junction where it meets the alveolar mucosa. Here is the mucogingival junction. In below diagram in red color, mean attached gingiva start from mucogingival junction and come to the toward the free gingiva, or start from pregingiva and end in the mucogingival junction. Now, the attached gingiva is tightly bonded to the underlying bone. The alveolar mucosa, which covers the alveolar bone, is separated from periosteum by a loose, highly vascularized connective tissue. Thus, the alveolar mucosa, which covers the alveolar bone, is relatively loose and mobile tissue, deep red in contrast to the pale pink attached gingiva. Mean how we differentiate this is attached gingiva and this is the alveolar mucosa. Alveolar mucosa, because attached gingiva is pale pink in color, but the alveolar mucosa is red in color. Why? Due to high vascular connective tissue. Now, in the attached gingiva, the surface of the attached gingiva is staple like orange peel appearance. We already discussed. This stippling varies in different individual. It is present in only 40% of adults. The width of the attached gingiva can vary from 0 to 9 mm. Remember, the width of the attached gingiva is very important, from 0 to 9 mm, and stippling are present in 40% of the adult. It is mean orange peel appearance. It is usually widest in the incisor region. Mean attached gingiva is widest in the incisor region and narrowest over mandibular, canine and premolar. This is also MCQ's point. Now, after macroscopic picture, now come to the microscopic picture of the gingiva. In microscopic picture, there is two things. Number one, gingival epithelium. Second is the gingival connective tissue. Like in any structure in body, there is epithelium and connective tissue. But in second video, we already discussed in detail about epithelium, its type, like circular epithelium, oral epithelium, junctional epithelium, its weight, its keratin, everything is covered. Now come to the second part of microscopic picture, which is the gingival connective tissue. Now remember, in other connective tissue which are present in our body. There are three components of connective tissue: ground substance, cells, fibers. Here same in gingival connective tissue. Again, there are the three things: ground substance, fibers, and cells. First, ground substance. Now, the gingival connective tissue is made up of mesh of collagen fiber bundle running in a ground substance which contains cells, blood vessels, nerves, and lymphatic vessels. Now, first to the ground substance. Connective tissue cells and fibers together with vessel and nerves are embedded in a matrix which is synthesized by fibroblast, and it is made up of the ground substance is matrix is made up of glycoprotein and proteoglycans. First, glycoprotein. It is a protein polysaccharide, mean combination of glucose and protein molecule in which protein component is predominant, mean protein is more. Glycoprotein like fibronectin mediate attachment and migration of fibroblast, mean it help in attachment and migration of fibroblast. Second is the proteoglycan. It is a protein polysaccharide molecule in which polysaccharide component is predominant. Remember, in glycoprotein, protein is component is predominant, but in proteoglycan, the polysaccharide component is predominant. Example for polysaccharide component is the glycose aminoglycans. Now, glycose aminoglycans are polysaccharide which can bind large amount of water, providing the characteristics resiliency of the gingiva. Why gingiva is resilient? Due to glycose aminoglycans is a polysaccharide which can bind large amount of water. Therefore, it resists compressive forces. Glycose aminoglycans also facilitate transport of nutrients, metabolic products, cells, and cytokine, which are chemical messengers that modulate cellular function. This is about ground substance. Now come to the gingival fibers. The gingival connective tissue fibers are produced by fibroblast. This is again MCQ's point, and can be divided into collagen fibers, reticular fiber, oxytocin fibers, and elastic fiber. Now the most important is the collagen fiber. The collagen fiber of gingiva is organized to keep the gingival margin tight around the neck of the tooth. Which fiber keep the gingival margin tight around the neck of the tooth? Collagen fiber. Why? Because they are organized to maintain the integrity of the dentinogingival attachment between epithelial attachment. Now the arrangement of this fiber exists into five groups. Now, first is the dentogingival fiber. Its name indicates dentogingival, means it originates from the teeth and enter to the gingiva. Dentogingival fibers that are attached to cementum and fan out into the gingiva. Mean number one here, look at it, originate from tooth and move toward the gingiva. Mean originate from cementum and enter into the gingiva, therefore known as dentogingival fiber. Second is the alveolo-gingival fibers. It originates from alveolar process of bone and enter into the gingiva. That arise from a alveolar crust and run coronally into the gingiva. In second, it is a alveolar gingiva. Third is a circular fiber which encircle the tooth. It completely encircle the tooth. Fourth is the transseptal fibers which run from tooth to tooth. Mean originate from one tooth and enter into the other tooth. This is the transseptal fiber which run from tooth to tooth, coronal to the interdental septum of the bone. Fifth is the last is the periosteogingival fiber, mean originate from periosteum and enter into the gingiva that attach gingiva to bone. This is the five groups of collagen fibers. Now come to the reticular fibers. Reticular fibers are numerous in tissue adjacent to the basement membrane and surrounding the blood vessel. Reticular, it form a mesh. The function of the next is the oxytocin fibers is unknown, while the elastic fibers are only present in association with blood vessel. Remember, elastic fibers are only present in association with blood vessel. The oxytocin fiber function is unknown. Reticular fiber are present adjacent to the basement membrane and surrounding the blood vessel. Now come to the this is all about gingival fibers. Now come to the gingival cells, which is the last part of this topic, gingival cells. The different types of cell present in the connective tissue are fibroblast, mast cell, macrophage, neutrophil, lymphocyte, and plasma cell. But the most abundant cell in gingival connective tissue is the fibroblast, and the most abundant cell in the gingival epithelium and in the gingiva is the keratinocyte. Remember for MCQs. Now keratinocyte is 90%, but in gingival connective tissue fibroblast is 65%. Fibroblast is the most prominent connective tissue cell. 65% of total cell population is the most prominent connective tissue cell, not the most prominent gingival cell. It is the keratinocyte. The fibroblast is engaged in the production of various types of fibers found in connective tissue and connective tissue matrix. The fibroblast is a spindle shape or stellate means star-shaped cell with an oval-shaped nucleus. Look at the fibroblast, which is a star shape, stellate shape. Second is and it is responsible for production of the gingival fibers. Second is the mast cell, and it releases histamine. We remember mast cell. Mast cell is responsible for production of vasoactive substance, which can affect the function of the microvascular system and control the blood flow through the tissue. And the cytoplasm is characterized by presence of large number of vesicles that contain the vasoactive substance such as histamine, heparin, and proteolytic enzymes. Third is the macrophage. Macrophage is basically derived from monocyte. Macrophage have a number of different phagocytic and synthetic functions. They contain remnant of phagocytosed material that is present in phagosome. Macrophage are derived from circulating blood monocyte which migrate into the tissue. When monocyte present in the blood, it is monocyte. When migrate into the tissue, after 7 to 14 days, it become macrophage. Macrophage are numerous in inflamed tissue. Where macrophage are more in inflamed tissue. Next is here is a monocyte in early stage. In later stage, there is a macrophage. Look at the diagram, macrophage differentiation. Next is the lymphocyte. Lymphocytes are characterized by an oval nucleus that mediate the cellular immune response. Lymphocytes are responsible for cellular immune response. Next is plasma cell. Plasma cell contain eccentrically located spherical nucleus. They are responsible for production of immunoglobulins. Plasma cells are responsible for immunoglobulins. Lymphocytes are responsible for mediate the cellular immune response. And neutrophils are also called polymorphonuclear leukocyte. Have a characteristic appearance. The nucleus is lobulated, have lobule, and are numerous lysosomes in the cytoplasm that contain lysosomal enzyme. Neutrophil have lobulated nucleus and also called polymorphonuclear leukocyte and have lysosomal enzyme. And macrophage in early stage is monocyte. Then when move from blood to tissue, it become macrophage. And mast cell are vasoactive substance have in the inside of the cell, such as histamine, heparin, proteolytic enzyme, which responsible to change the function of microvascular system. And fibroblast is responsible for connective tissue matrix and fibers production. This is all about gingival connective tissue cell. This is the diagram of the coal tent shape and pyramidal shape interdental papilla. Now this is now the third video of repeat revision course series, and second video of gingiva is completed. In third video we will in next coming video third video of gingival series and fourth video of repeat revision course, we will discuss about blood supply of gingiva, lymphatic drainage, innervation, and gingival clavicular fluid, GCF. Now, if you like my video, press the like button and share this video with your friends. If you are new to my channel, subscribe my channel by pressing the red subscribe button, and also press the bell icon in order to receive my each new video notification. For watching my videos, I am very thankful to you. Thank you very much.